I saw an image, Ten Hag is still in Manny.
Yeah.
Yo, get out the way! Get out the way!
Get the ends!
Amorim and his boys are on you, bro!
I think he might go Luke Shaw, left centre back.
Alright, listen.
No. I'll be real though. I think the fans liked Archie in the background, you know?
Bro, no, did you see the responses though?
Yeah.
They were abusing him, bro.
Yeah, no, but that's what they like though.
They said, I know this guy's white.
Yeah,
bro. Bet this guy's white, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro.
But Archie's here again. Well gone, Archie.
Hello.
He's learned from
I can neither confirm nor deny the allegations in the comments.
Yeah. No denying or confirming. But thank you to everyone that tuned in last week and also on the Instagram commented their views on the top 5. Now a lot of people got onto me. They was just like, "Oh, you're only saying it now because." I made a disclaimer. I said, "I've been a hater because he's a Liverpool player, and there's obviously a long history of a rivalry." But I can't lie anymore. Salah is genuinely world class, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, should he be in the top 5? Shouldn't he?" But it was a good conversation. So if you haven't watched it, go listen to it because it's on Spotify and Apple Music. And another thing, we are actually on Spotify and Apple Music, guys.
We don't say that enough, innit?
We don't say it enough. We are on Spotify and Apple Music. So if you're an audio listener, go do that, man. We are locked in every week.
Yes.
But this week is a dedicated week to Manchester United's new manager, Ruben Amorim. Of course, round of applause.
Welcome to Manny, mate.
Welcome to Manny.
Yeah.
Now, this appointment was obviously made after Ten Hag was sacked, but then also we had an interim manager with Ruud van Nistelrooy, and he was undefeated. I think it was 3 wins, 1 draw.
Yeah.
And there was a difference in the way Man United played. I think we were more attacking. It felt like a lot of the players were free, and it just felt like players were playing for the badge again, rather than obviously fighting the manager. And a lot of us are really sad to see Ruud van Nistelrooy go, but really happy that we've got this new manager that's going to come in, right? And one thing that I really, really enjoyed was how fast and quick Man United were with this. I think for a long time, United have been, we get caught up in the moment, hence why Ten Hag probably stayed. His tenure was a bit longer than it needed to be. And this time around, I think even though Ruud van Nistelrooy is, he's done well, we had to make a decision, get the man early. And an interview dropped on Manchester United's app. I watched it 6 times in a row because I just needed to know if this was real. I needed to understand if what I was hearing was real. But a key point that he made when the interviewer asked him, can we take from your next game? Yeah. And he said that there will be an idea. And I think throughout the whole time at Man United, especially when Ten Hag was in control, I don't think we knew our style of play. Now, I want to ask both of you guys, this idea, do you think it's going to be as easy as he probably hopes it's going to be able to get these players who have probably been low on confidence, not being able to score goals, not being able to show intensity in games, to be able to implement that? And not even that, like a lot of the players are away for international breaks. His first training session, it was players that weren't called up or have just come back from injury. How do you reckon it's going to be for him?
I think, it should be, when a new manager comes in, it should be relatively easy, in my opinion. Like, it should be, because everyone's kind of working on a clean slate in a way. There's going to be players there that might have been thinking that their time under Ten Hag, maybe I'm going to move on, or I'm tired of this regime, I'm tired of the way things are. A new manager comes in, all of a sudden everyone is springing their step. Bruno flew back, he's already training. You know what I mean? Guys are going to have like an extra, I want to impress. Luke Shaw's fit all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So everybody's ready. Yoro's back, Mainoo's back. Everyone's fit all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? Ready to play. Not saying they were faking injuries. Sure. But the rest of them, everyone's there. Do you know what I mean? So when I look at it, I think, okay, implementing an idea is never easy. Identity. But it's also, you can look at it in a way of excitement, even as a player. Us as fans, we just want to see a change. And I'm actually loving that it's a 3-4-3 because, if you were to do a 4-2-3-1 or something, but try and add a variation, it's kind of like you're going to start seeing a lot of the same kind of, old habits can kick in a lot if you're playing the same formation. Yeah, you're trying to implement it a different way, but with a 3-4-3, no matter what, we are going to see a Man United team trying something different. And that's why I like, because when we haven't seen Man United 3 at the back properly since LVG first season. So to see us that we're going to at least try something different is going to be nice to see. And as I said, I think the players will be up for it. They want to impress the manager. And at the same time, this manager hasn't come in to coddle anyone. The manager hasn't come in and we're 20 points off top 4 and it's just, nah, bro, we're 4 points off top 4. I know we're 13th, but we're 4 points off it. So we have things to play for. So one of the things that I love that he said in the interview, not only the idea was, they were like, oh, you got a lot of young players. He's like, yeah, we got young players, but we need to win now. We need if they're here, that means they're good enough. We need to win now. So it's not all about our time. And he wants to come in, implement something straight away. And I'm excited for it. And I don't think it should be too hard to do when you have these type of players that are up for it.
Archie, in your opinion, obviously, you've seen multiple Man United managers come in and out, yeah? Do you reckon that there is obviously, Ten Hag was really, really, I mean, he won 2 trophies, but he fell out of love, or the fans fell out of love with him, and so did the players, right? What do you reckon Ruben has to do different in regards to taking control of this club? Because it is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's a lot of pressure, especially with the media. You know, every single game is going to be under a scope, and that changes the narrative. You kind of have to become bigger than you've ever been before because you're dealing with a different type of pressure. But what do you reckon he has to do different?
I think fundamentally, beyond just this idea, because I don't think he's going to come straight in and go for this 3-4-3. I think he sort of said, look, the first thing you're going to see is just an idea. He's not said, I'm going to bring my same kind of tactical setup. It's going to be, I don't think it will instantly be that from the word go. It might do after a January window. But what I think he needs to bring is an element of likability. Because a lot of the Man United managers that have fallen out with the fan base, ownership, it's been down to the opinion of them is soured, and that's made it a completely untenable job. Now, the Man United job, potentially, we don't really know. Post-Fergie might be an untenable job for any manager to hit that height. But yeah, what he needs to come in and do is that idea, it's that style of play that was so non-existent for large parts of Ten Hag's tenure. And yeah, he just needs to be likeable, because it's a tricky thing to do in that role, though. Yeah,
that's the thing, though. Like, I think he will. I personally, where I disagree with Archie is I do think he'll come in and instantly put his formation in, because when you see on the training videos, you saw him playing with that 3 at the back, kind of, and the wingbacks and stuff. We had Malacia and Anthony as the wingbacks. Obviously, everyone's not back and stuff yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I would be disappointed if he walks in and caters to the players. That's what I don't want. You have to cater to the players within your idea, which is what he's basically saying. But in terms of if he came in and looked at it and said, oh, I don't have players to play that, so I'm just going to steady the ship and then I'll later do. Nah, that is the first mistake Ten Hag did. Ten Hag walked in, played what he wanted to do in a way, lost the first 2 games and said, all right, okay, cool, I can't do it with these players. Boom, let's just go now, and just completely threw away why we appointed him. Why did we appoint Ten Hag? We saw the Ajax football. We thought we're going to get this revolutionary manager in terms of how he plays the game. He came in and completely threw that away and kind of started buying into, oh, this is the United DNA and I'm working with the players I've got. That's where he lost immediately, you know what I mean? So if Amorim comes in and does that, I'll be disappointed personally. But in and amongst that, let me ask you, when you saw the training, for example, because we talking about identity, which you all wanted, but when you saw the training video, well, you guys don't like, you guys.
Okay. So when I watched that training video, I think I messaged every single United fan I knew. Flex, Cams, Avellino. Just there's a feeling you get when you watch a manager be involved in the training session and implement his ideology to the players. The clip that literally won my heart over is when he grabbed Kobbie Mainoo and he said, like, he shifted his body and he was like, no, you don't receive the ball on the turn. Like, be ready, so you're already where you're. For me, I think what helps with Amorim is that he was a player not too long ago and has understood. And I think from the interview when he said, I understand what it's like to be on the bench, and I also understand what it's like to be playing as well. He goes, I've played in every position, bar being in goal.
And he's striker and in goal.
And in goal. And I think when you have a manager who has that that type of mentality, he knows what to get from players because he's also been a player not too long ago. I think football's changed from when,
managers are getting younger.
Managers are getting younger, and the managers that are older, it's a different game right now. Players relate, like what Archie said, the relationship with the players is very, very important. And watching him trying to implement his philosophy, now, body language is very, very key. They always look like they're happy, but there was something very different. I looked at the players and I was like, they enjoyed running back. They were listening. They were trying to get used to it as well, engaged. And I think I kind of agree with Archie as well. I think sometimes you got to cater to the players that you have, but not stop what you believe in. Because then again, we've employed you for no reason. But I was really, really happy with the way, Anthony playing in a wingback role, right? And I think we've seen him when he's had to play wingback, maybe 2 or 3 games.
He was all right.
He was good. He was good.
Back.
It's not a position that he likes to play, but he's very, very good. Malacia coming back from injury, it's another added bonus. So working with the players that he's got, I was really, really happy. And I felt like it was positive.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time in a while. I think the only injury we have is Maguire.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I haven't seen Maguire in a long time, to be fair to him. But I think it's the first time in a long time nearly everyone is fit. Mason Mount is fit. Malacia is fit. Luke Shaw. Bro, these 3 are like the 3 Scrooges, like, of you never see them. Do you know what I mean? But them 3 are fit. Like for Anthony, everyone actually is fit. So
he's got no excuses.
Who?
Yeah,
No.
That's
what we saw with Ten Hag. He was a bit of what you might call an excuse
There we go.
merchant.
Yeah.
So instantly coming in, he's got to perform.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he walks in and he's got a clean bill of health. Yeah. So he can look at it and he can really decide find out who his men are that he actually are going to be like his lieutenants.
So let me just cut you there, though. I see that ideology of who his men are, I don't think that's a positive way to look at it.
I think it is,
I think, a team, because he did say, when they asked him a question, he goes, what drives your philosophy? And he said team.
Yeah.
So every single player, no matter if you're starting or you're not starting, you need to be thinking, we're in it together, whether or not I'm in the bench or whatever. And that mentality is something that I think Man United have been lacking for a long time. You have your starting players because this player earns this amount, this player scored this amount of goals last season. No, it's who plays within the team and allows your philosophy that you're saying he shouldn't run away from. I don't care if Malacia is playing over flipping Amad Diallo. If it, obviously they're not playing the same positions, but if those players that he's picking are going to deliver 10 out of 10 performances every week, those are the players that should be playing.
That's the thing, though. He's got to find this. That's why, like, which we're going to talk about later, like the potential winners and potential losers of this appointment. But naturally, when you are a manager, you kind of know who are the players that are going to be able to ensure you play the way you want to play. Now, for example, when Pep Guardiola walked into Barcelona, let's just say, he knew, I'm not going to run the Seydou Keita or Yaya Toure kind of situation. I need Busquets. He's going to allow me to play this type of way. So Busquets, that's Pep's man, but it doesn't mean that Busquets has preferential treatment over everybody. If he's dropping stinkers, you still play. That's an issue with Man United. Over the years, guys could drop 5 stinkers. One guy, for example, let's just say Rashford, Garnacho, and that. They can have really bad games. Amad can have one bad 30 minutes. You won't see him for 6 weeks. Whereas them guys can have 5-6 bad games. So that, in terms of what you're saying there, in terms of team, that needs to be eradicated. Are you playing based on your performance? Yes, then you're in straight. Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be. You should be picked on merit. However, there is going to be some situations where there's somebody that presses better than the other person, so he wants him. There's somebody that's a bit more athletic for a wing-back role, so he wants them.
Fair play.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I think there's little things like that, but he has a full squad to choose from. So this is the perfect thing. Like, if he walked in now, Mount was injured, Anthony's injured, Rashford's injured, all of a sudden we're like, wait until they get back and we have to see. Now he can just be like, yo, this, and then we'll see. I think we're not going to get a true representation of his squad selection this week because someone like Garnacho, for example, he's coming all the way from South America. Licha, all the way from South America. So there might be some people that maybe will be his guys in the future, but they might not start this weekend, I don't think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Because I'm of the opinion, that I don't know why, I've just got this positive feeling Like, I know that we've had this before, and Archie's laughing at us. Yeah,
we're back.
Lads,
yeah.
It's Groundhog Day.
No.
It is Groundhog Day. As a non-United fan, right, watching two United fans talk about the excitement of a new manager coming in.
Bro.
No. I'm just realistic. I'm just going off of what we've already seen.
It's crumbling over there, boys.
Already seen.
It's crumbling.
And us crumbling is better than you guys have had.
You know what's coming.
Fergie.
You know what's
We're
coming.
4 points behind you, brother.
The storm is coming.
Yeah,
lads.
Dark storm. A red storm. The Red Sea.
I want to come back to this. After Amorim has lost his first 3 games and he's gone to Portman Road and lost there.
But this is the beauty of football because sometimes change can be good and sometimes it can be bad. But in this instance, the reason why I feel like it's good is because there has been a clear understanding of what this man is about. His interview alluded to it, but also we've seen the proof in the pudding. You know, we can only look back at his last Champions League game against Man City. For me, that was like, you know, it was get back for the fact that they lost 5-1 a few seasons. Wasn't it 5-1?
I think it might be 5-0.
5-0, 5-1, whatever, right?
Oh, and I guess Ajax, I think.
Yeah, no, they've lost quite a few, but I think there's been growth or whatever. But I just like, for example, the watching him go and say hello to everyone, those little things there, and I know people can laugh at me, and say, I'm gone. I'm not with him. I'm gone. He's dived in. Listen, I'm going in. I'm going. No, but listen, though, you know what it is though. It is though. A nice person, like you got to look back at, and a lot of the time, no, you can laugh at me all you want. A lot of the time, we go back into history and we're like, oh, we should forget about that, but no. Who Man United is comes down to the way we are as people. Like, you got to understand, Fergie is the greatest manager Man United has ever had, right? But you got to look down to the principles, and you see Rio talk about it, you see Evra, you talk all these players, they speak about the human aspect of it as well. You got to humanize and have a relationship with your fans. Fans are an integral part of why Manchester United are so big. Yes, it's the players, but it's also the fan base as well. And I don't think that there was a connection between Ten Hag and between us fans. I think like Ruben Amorim is going to be very honest. If we've had a stinker, he's going to say, we didn't play good enough. We didn't do this. But he's not going to be like arrogant and be like, no, I think we played well, because that's when you lose the fan base. I think he's got the fan base right now. And how you keep it is by winning, but also by keeping the relationship very whole and very honest. His English is great. And for me, those little things there, we haven't seen nothing yet from him being Man United manager, but it's them little things. Maybe I'm a hopeless romantic, or maybe I'm stuck in the past. That's who Man United are. That's who we are.
No, I understand what you're saying, because look, I always say character is important, and that's what it is. Ten Hag didn't have that. Let's keep it 100. Like, do you know what's funny? Because the way he's talking about the hello, right? It sounds funny, but I promise you, right?
It's real.
I used to watch United's videos, right? And even when Ten Hag is like welcoming the players like Xerxes and De Ligt, and bro, it was cringe to watch. I promise you, it was.
Amorim came through.
He was saying jokes on camera to the players, and they didn't understand the joke, and it was just like
cringy. You know when I knew he was the man? The man came through with a Prada jacket, Valentino jumper. Freshly shaven trim, like he's been there before.
What do you have on his wrist?
I didn't watch the watch.
Yeah, he had a what's it, Sky Dweller? He had a Sky Dweller as well.
Sky Dweller?
On his wrist.
You know what I'm trying to say? So he has the aura.
And he was walking around Manny.
You're getting top 4 by aura.
Bro, he was walking around Manny.
Carry on.
He was walking around Manny with 4 lieutenants.
One of them cartel.
One of them was dripped down in head to toe, hood rich.
Yeah.
If you're wearing hood rich, that means you're ready to soak someone, bro.
And hood rich is associated a lot with up north.
Bro.
Foot Asylum, they get a lot of orders up there.
Hood rich.
Up north.
We were looking for Pep.
Where is he?
We were looking for...
They went to his spot. They said, that's where he has his pasta. Tagliatelle with lobster. Bro, I want that.
I saw an image. Ten Hag is still in Manny.
Yeah.
Yo, get out the way.
Get out the way. Get the ends.
Amorim and his boys are on you, bro. They're on you. Any bald man we see, we're crashing on.
This is a disclaimer. If you're bald in Manchester, stay at home. Stay at home.
It ain't safe.
Because the Amorim army there.
Bro.
Slap. Amorim slap.
It ain't safe right now, bro.
Aye.
Literally, man. But let's move on.
All right, so
winners and losers.
Winners and losers, right? First things first, we got to look at the formation. So it is essentially 5 at the back with the wing-backs, and then we've got 2 in midfield, 2 holding players. Is it two behind the striker as well, yeah?
Yeah, 2 dual 10s.
2 10s and a striker, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to start from the top first and work our way down, right? The striking position at Manchester United, that sounded crazy, I know.
Yeah,
no, but it's fine. Listen.
I let it slide. I'm maturing.
Yeah, we're maturing. We're getting older.
Yeah.
We can't be doing this.
Nah.
So up front, we've got potentially 3 strikers with Xerxes, Højlund, and potentially Rashford, right? In my opinion, hear me out, Rashford should go up front.
I think so too.
I think Rashford should go up front based on the fact that I feel like he's not the player that he was years ago where he was able to just go past players, I think he's more of a 1v1 and he's quicker than both of those players, Xerxes and Højlund. And
he might not be quicker than Højlund.
No, Højlund's off, yeah.
He might not be quicker than
Højlund's off, yeah, but I
Yeah.
think Højlund sometimes, yeah, the way he plays when he's back towards goal,
he's not
it just looks like he's... Whereas Rashford's kind of like... he's more nimble and a bit more
Rashford's
quicker.
got better movement. That's
what I should say, yeah. He's better. He's got better movement. So I think we should put Rashford up front for that game.
I agree. I think, not even that game. I think going forward, potentially. I think... Listen, have any of you not seen that meme when somebody's like, there's like 2 people and one person like holding the shoulder or something like this, where it's like this? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
That's me to Xerxes right now, brother. January.
What are you saying? It's been nothing but love.
Nothing but love, bro. I saw you at the community show. You're a nice guy, brother.
Yeah.
Yo,
Time to go.
it's not looking good for him, bro. I can't. When we're talking about big losers of this, I may be wrong. I like Xerxes because he's got ability, like he's got a good touch, but he's so off the pace. And now that there's a new manager in and the formation has completely changed, I'm looking at it and I'm like, where is the role for him? Because now I do see Rashford is going to be a striker option. So if Rashford's a striker option, I don't see Rashford as one of them dual 10s. So I see Rashford as a striker option. That means Xerxes further down the pecking order. And there's already becoming whispers like he's not settled. There's whispers that he might go to Juventus. If you start hearing them whispers 7 games into the season, there's truth to it. I don't care what no one says. There's truth to it, bro. It doesn't happen like that. 7 games in, you start hearing these type of rumors. So for me, he's going to be a big loser in this Amorim appointment, unfortunately. Rashford can be a big winner. But listen, we were there with Ten Hag. He gave us this season. We thought with Rashford, he can go and do that again. We know he's got the ability to. The thing about Rashford is how long is it going to last? How long is it? Because
I still got stock. I'm telling you now, I've got stocks in Højlund. I've got stocks in Højlund.
I can't lie, I'm giving him six months under Amorim. I'm sorry, if he continues the way he is, we got to look into the market.
Højlund, yeah. Do you know what Højlund needs? This is what Højlund needs. Højlund needs to sit down with Amorim face to face, eye to eye, and he needs to tell him what he told Victor Gyökeres.
But Gyökeres got a bit more ability to his game.
But so man, I'm forgetting, yeah, because of, again, I keep saying it, bro. The way United have played has not favoured our players.
But has he? When you see his fundamentals,
all right. Put it this way, yeah. What striker do you see in the Premier League that has his back towards goal and gets goals?
No, but it's...
For me, the way we play, it's like he's having to drop in so much. That's not where I want to see Højlund. I want Højlund chasing a through ball 1v1. I want him battling in the air because you've got the height and you've got the strength. But
aerially, he's kind of...
Yeah, but he can work on that. These are things you can work on as a player, bro. And I just I can't give up on him. I think there's such a top player there. And also, I remember his first season when we was in the Champions League, those goals against Galatasaray, those goals against Bayern, that was him. He's got it. It's just that I guess that we're not playing to his strengths. And I'm not saying that he should be the focal point and you have to adapt. But United, over the last season and a bit, we have not played good football. And there's been moments of brilliance that have saved us many, many times. Now we need to have a structure. And I think if we've got 1 striker and 2 10s behind you, if you're a striker, you know that at any time, either side, you're gonna receive some balls. Also, the wing-backs as well.
That's a key thing. I think the way we need to stretch the pitch now and actually put crosses in the box, I hope that's kind of like a factor that he wants to add in, putting crosses in the box. Højlund, I'm in agreement in terms of he hasn't really had the greatest of service. Now, I do think his movement isn't good enough, right? I do think sometimes movement can make service come. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like someone like Cavani can make chances happen from. People think it's the past. Nah, mate, this guy made the maddest run. You just had to execute it. So I think Højlund really needs to work on that, because there's times I'm seeing Scott McTominay show better movement than you. I'm seeing Garnacho show better movement. I'm seeing Ahmad show, but I'm like, come on, Højlund, bro. Do you know what I mean? So those are the moments he needs to improve on. I think that movement's
all pretty contextual, though. So
I mean, coming from deeper areas.
Yeah, so I actually think his movement, when he was playing at Atalanta, for instance, against not against high lines in Italy, but when they're playing a more fluid 3 at the back system, it's kind of where he looked at his best. Yeah. And I think he's got the physical profile and the raw attributes to actually do quite well under Amorim. I think physically he's fairly similar 100%. To Gyökeres. And like you say, he's not as refined as Gyökeres by any stretch of the imagination. I'd start him.
The thing is, no, that's fine. The thing about Højlund for me is that he's just too raw at the moment. And I don't like that. Like, even when you're talking about he's got the physical profile, yes, he has the physical profile, but he doesn't actually use his body well. And that's kind of a problem. Lukaku went through that at one stage where I remember he started saying that, I think it was only until Conte really, like Lukaku would show flashes, he'll barge you out of the way. But it was only until he linked Conte that he really learned how to use his body properly. Like, and I think that's something that Højlund does. You look at Gyökeres, for example, the way that brother, I know he's only that youngster, Simpson, Pusey or something, but I mean, he was ragdolling him, bro. I haven't seen in the 2 year, or the 1 year, 2 years stretch, 1 year that Højlund has been here, he hasn't bullied one centre half. Not one.
I know. I think he does need to add a bit more aggression to his game and use the physical profile, like Archie's mentioned as well. But I definitely think that with under Amorim, we can see the best of him, because we definitely have been starved, and even himself has been starved of greatness that we know we can achieve. So I'm impartial. I think I would just start Rashford, because I want to see Rashford in that position. If you can't do it there, then you can't do it anywhere, in my opinion, because he's not going to play as a wing back.
Is it last chance saloon for him then?
100%.
I think it is.
100%. I think he knows that. I think all the fans know that. This is the last chance for you to prove, not only to the fans, but to yourself, that your best season at Man United wasn't just a fluke, and that you're not stagnant and you've reached your ceiling. Because I think it's we speak about mentality a lot in football, and I definitely think that the mentality has suffered a lot, because he doesn't seem as confident.
He's gone through 6 managers, man.
6 managers, and there's he said that his best manager was LVG, because there was the freedom to just be raw and be himself. Things have changed, but I think there's still a top player there. Same with Højlund, but Rashford, you've got to prove it.
I need Rashford scoring more than anyone, because I don't know what it is, but when Rashford scores, it's way more infectious. Like you would know with Saka, when Saka scores, it's more.
It means more.
It means more, because
the fans are more gassed. Everyone's more gassed. When it's an academy player, everyone look at how Mainoo galvanized us, revitalized us for a bit. Like when it's an academy player and they're like synonymous with the club, it's a lot different when them guys are firing. And history will show when Rashford's on form, we do better. I mean, it's just literally facts. When Rashford's on form, we perform a lot better on the table. We perform a lot better as a team.
And I think even the players are excited when Rashford leads the team. Like, he carried us 2 seasons ago.
In training, they think he's the best player all the time.
They say it all the time, though. You ask all the Man United players, they say, who's the best player? Rashi always gets mentioned. It's just about bringing that onto the pitch.
Has to bring it now,
and I think he has to. All right, so let's go. So you say Højlund, we say Rashford starting. Who are the 2 players that play in that 10?
Well, I think the 2 players will be Ahmad and Bruno, right? Because I just think Bruno is going to play. Yeah, I mean, he's the captain. I think Ahmad is very similar in a way to Trincao. He's similar to like a Marcus Edwards, them short, small, left-footed players, interior players, kind of them half spaces, get the ball in the half turn, make something happen, a bit of creativity. But the one I'm super interested in is Mason Mount. I think Mount could be a big winner of this Amorim appointment, bro. But it's on you, brother. Stay fit. It's on you. Stay fit. If he stays fit, one thing that Amorim is super key on is intensity. He's also key on his press. Those are 2 things that Mount brings. He's also key on third man running. That is what Mount does. I was actually watching a few highlights of Mount, again, it was a couple of years ago, at Chelsea in the 3-4-3. Bro, he's a completely different player to the player that we saw at Man United under Ten Hag. Even in the Champions League final, everyone thinks about his assist for Havertz. They forget he made this mad third man run, cut the ball, squared it to Werner in the box, and Werner did a typical Timo Werner. That could have been 2 assists in the Champions League final off just great play. Mount is someone that needs to, as I always say, there's always someone that is a big winner of an appointment, and there's always someone that's a loser. I remember when Jose walked into Chelsea, Oscar was the big winner. Mata, hey, you ain't working here, bruv. Bye. And everyone couldn't believe it, but he still did it. So I think when you look at it, I think Mount has an opportunity, as in one of them 10s, to really make case. And the fact that he's familiar with this formation for club, and also Gareth Southgate started running a 5 at the back kind of system as well at Little Point, there's no excuses for him no more. Like, we can't treat Mount as a 18-year-old. Mount's a big man. You know what I mean? He came on big money, wages and signing. It's time for him to give us something. And I actually think if he stays fit, I'm super keen. Mount is one of them players that I think every manager just would like to have.
Of course, yeah.
He can just
he's a workhorse.
fill many roles.
Got it.
Yeah, he can fill many roles. So can he do something? I'm keen to see that. But I actually think he's going to start versus Ipswich. I think he's going to start Mount versus Ipswich. But I think maybe once the season starts going on, it'll be Ahmad and Bruno. But let me also say, the one person I'm most interested in is Garnacho. Listen, now, you don't want to say where they're going to play, because if you want to be a team, if you want to be a good team, guys are going to come in, guys are going to come out, depending on the game, whatever. But what is his role? Because he's not an inside 10. He's not a striker. Is it going to be one of them wing backs? Because I know when you look at how Amorim plays, we need to stop looking at his wing backs as defenders.
No.
They are attackers.
As attacking as
they play
possible,
as attacking as possible. So could he possibly be one of the wing backs? I don't know. Or is he gonna? I don't know. Garnacho's the one where I'm looking at and I'm like, what's your role here? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's it's about trial and error. I think in that regard, because because he's not going to have a solidified 2 wing backs. I don't think so. I think he's going to have to keep trying. And I think against Ipswich, he'll probably chop and change throughout the game, because the intensity of doing that for 90 minutes, and it's your first time doing that, is going to be very, very difficult. Exactly, we have 5 subs, so we can alternate between maybe Garnacho on the left-hand side instead of Malacia. Or is he going to start with Dalot and Mazraoui as the first?
Mazraoui, I'm interested in.
Mazraoui, I've said this already, out of all the defenders, probably you can argue maybe because we haven't really seen Lenny Euro play, but I think he's the best passer and on the ball. I think he's the best out of all of them.
But is that going to be for a wing back though? Because
I think also, I know we're not making a solidified 11 right now. I think he might go Luke Shaw, left centre back.
Listen.
No, I think he might do it. I think he might do it. He might do it. You gone?
I'm out here.
All right, man. Say no more.
I'm out
Take
here,
care.
bro.
I think he might go Luke Shaw, left centre back. Just because, just because he might though. This is trial and error, brother.
No.
So where do you want to put him? Fullback, a wing back.
Bench.
Okay, but
Bench.
All right, I understand.
We have to phase this brother out.
All right, but he's not going nowhere.
Harry, we have to.
Okay,
we have to.
But listen to what I'm saying to you,
bro.
Listen to what I'm saying.
10 years.
I hear it. But for the time being, until we figure it out, right?
Licha?
Look, you know.
Yeah.
Let's have it right.
Yeah.
Licha, I don't want to see him anywhere near the wing-back area.
But it could help if we have the wing-back, like, kind of, because they'll be more stretched now. So his starting position will be better.
Okay, so say, for example, we have, because we don't have any left-footed players apart from Malacia and Shaw, and Martinez on that side. Martinez is not a fullback, and he's not a wing-back. He don't have the pace for it either.
No, I'm not saying put Licha wing-back. I'm saying left centre-back.
He's your left centre-back.
Yeah.
He played fullback for Ajax before he came to United.
No, but it's not even about the fullback thing. It's just about the left centre-back area.
No, but my point is, I hate when I see Licha pass to somebody, and it's on their right foot. I don't want to see Dalot on that side. I want to see Dalot on your strongest side.
Yeah.
So he plays. So I want to see someone on that left-hand side that's passing to, like, it's passing into feet, opening up your feet, and you can either do a pass inside or go down the line. I think that is, for me personally, and this is why I'm mentioning Luke Shaw, not to say that he's going to play the fullback, because I think if he's running too much down that line, he's going to get injured. Yeah. Like, I know how it works. But on the ball, Luke Shaw is the best ball player. On the ball. Luke Shaw is incredible on the ball. And I think what he needs, and this is what he was saying in his training, which I was hearing, was him saying, keep the ball. Don't lose the ball. Risky passes are going to cost us, and that's why we're going to have to keep running back. And every time they lost the ball, they kept running back in the training, and I think he's aware of that. You need players that know how to rotate the ball, but are also good at splitting the lines. And I think Licha was good at that in the first season, but this season and last season, I've kind of seen a frailties in that.
Yeah,
Whereas
it
Luke
might
Shaw,
come back.
I think would be better just for this time around. And then obviously in midfield, I think in defense, I think the Lit will always be in the center.
Yeah, I personally think it's gonna go with Yoro. I don't know if Yoro is gonna make this weekend, but Yoro, De Ligt, and probably Lissandro. I get what you mean by Luke Shaw, but for me, I think it's just time that we have to start using Luke Shaw. Like, backup. If you want to be a backup left wing back, backup. But in terms of going forward with it, like, it'll be for me a big mistake to kind of move Licha out, who's okay. Licha's fitness hasn't been the greatest either, but somebody that you kind of bank more on their fitness than a Luke Shaw, then move him out for a Luke Shaw who then in 2 weeks might just be gone. Do you know where I'm coming from? You just don't know this guy. So that's my thing about the thingy. And I saw that we're interested in Branthwaite again, still interested.
What's going on
and
there?
I think with Branthwaite, if he comes in, I think that's the end of Luke Shaw, bro. Because I don't think Luke Shaw will be Man United's left wing, but I don't think that suits him. And I don't think he'll be, if Branthwaite comes in, that's the left centre back role. So I think we're now starting to move on from the Luke Shaw thing. But listen, he's fit, he's a player, so he's an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But midfield now, just lastly, the midfield two,
Casemiro and Ugarte.
not Kobbie.
I think for now, he probably would go with. I personally want to see Kobbie higher. I don't want to. I don't want to see him chasing the ball.
But
I think
in training, he was in the two with Casemiro.
Because obviously
options, but
options, innit? But I think Kobbie, for me anyway, I think I've enjoyed Kobbie, and we've seen the best version of Kobbie further forward. You look at the goal against Liverpool, goal against Wolves, some of his best movements, and even for England, like I think he was better when he was further forward. Now, do you sacrifice the Ahmad, who's on great form right now? Bruno's our captain. It's better for him to play there. Now, Ugarte, he's played under Amorim as well, so he knows it's the player that he's played in that position before. Casemiro's been in good form as well. So it is a good battle to have with those three players. But I want to see Mainoo further forward, personally.
I know what you say. I don't know if it's going to be feasible right now. That's the only thing. So I do think we're probably going to see Casemiro, and I think for this game will be Casemiro and Ugarte. But actually, Ugarte just came back from Uruguay, bro. The Uruguay just played Brazil.
Kobbie's fit.
Kobbie, is he fit or is he
He's
training fit? You know them ones.
I think, remember, he missed, he was back before the last game. Didn't go away for international duty.
Fairs.
Has been training heavily as well.
Then he'll run Casemiro and Ugarte. Casemiro and Kobbie.
Yeah.
He'll run, surely.
But
I mean,
Ugarte's game against Leicester was flawless.
He just scored he just scored a 101 minute winner for Uruguay earlier in the week. So, but he just played against Brazil. They just drew 1-1. So I mean, that he's coming back very late. We're on Wednesday. Our game's on Sunday. 4:30.
I mean, he's got time.
Yeah.
Time to rest. Time to train.
First training session will probably be what,
and their training sessions, because they play so much games, it's not as intense.
No.
As you would think it is. I think a lot of the time, obviously, the players that are training now have not been selected and have come back from injury. A lot of players are not match fit yet, so there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm excited. Listen, but we can't see upon Ipswich. They just got their first win against Spurs, so they're going to be pumped up. They're going to be excited. And you got to remember, they've got Liam Delap.
And my boy Sam Smoddix, man.
So it's a problem. Hey, listen, it's still definitely a problem to pose, but I'm excited for the Amorim era. Obviously, I'm not saying we're going to win the league this season or anything like that. But look, people, what do you think? We win it?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
The thing is, right? I know, why is it that Man United fans being excited annoys rival fans?
Just because.
Why can't we be ever, like, why? Why can't we just be, look, why can't we
No,
be
let's hear it from
It's not liking you excited. It's like, have you seen that meme from Interstellar where Matthew McConaughey is looking back on himself and like crying because he knows, we've seen it before. It's more like a Groundhog Day. It's not an annoyance. It's just like, guys, have you not learned?
But ain't this like you lot saying you're going to win the league every year? Ain't this like Arsenal saying, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. I've seen it before.
And do you know what I hate? 2 years of this, of we're going to win the league. It's going to happen. It doesn't happen. And then now you're having a bad time. It's like, nah, you know what? Like, they're going to win it. Like,
top four,
shut up.
Top four in a cup.
Top four in the cup.
Top four in the cup.
Last cup you won.
A Ten Hag season.
Top four in a cup.
Wait, what cup are you winning?
I'll take a little Carabao.
You say the
I'll take a little
Carabao.
I'll take a little Carabao if we have to.
Win it first.
Hey,
Win it first.
by the way, that's something we should be trying to go and get again.
What?
The Carabao, bro.
Bro, I'll take the Carabao every day.
Tottenham away, and in the semi-finals could potentially be Newcastle, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Yeah,
That'll
I mean,
be a nice
it'll be
70s,
deserved because I feel like the teams that are in that. Stop doing that because of the sound.
Oh, shame.
You got ADHD. Innit? Yeah, I think it will be deserved if we go and win that trophy because of the teams that are in the hat. You got Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham. Like
they'll take it serious.
They'll take it serious. Anyway. We've won it already, but we'll take it again.
Yeah. So how long has it been? A while since Arsenal won?
4 years since they last won a trophy.
Is it 4? Is it
4 years. 4 years. 2020 when they won the FA Cup, the COVID FA Cup as well. Yeah.
But so basically, not won it.
Yeah, they didn't win nothing.
Doesn't count that.
No.
We all just stopped playing football.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, people focused on other things.
No, of course.
Yeah. You think it's funny?
Focus on saving lives.
Yeah, see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, exactly.
That was good. All right, cool. Well, that's the end of the episode, but it's not actually. Because Cams,
yes,
you're supposed to have.
I do have it. I know what I'm going to ask, but let me just get it up. This isn't player related. This is football stadiums.
Okay.
Can you name me the top 10 in capacity largest stadiums in Europe?
Nou Camp.
Number 1.
Bernabeu.
Number 4.
San Siro.
Number 6.
Old Trafford.
Number 9.
Ooh. Allianz Arena.
Oof. Number 10.
Okay, so then Emirates.
Nope.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Nope.
Okay, so let's go away from England now. Actually, Wembley.
Yes. Number 2.
Cardiff's. No. What's the
Millennium
Stadium.
No, that's 12. Unlucky.
Don't say unlucky like that either.
No, that was genuinely unlucky, bro.
That sounded crazy.
No, that was unlucky. You got 2. We'll give you till 2 minutes.
How many have I got so far?
You've got Camp Nou, Wembley. You've got San Siro, Old Trafford, Allianz, and Bernabeu. You got 6.
Wait, Stadio Olimpico. Has to be on there.
No.
Stadio
Unlucky,
Olimpico.
13th. Oh, sorry, I just said unlucky again, mate. 13th.
Okay.
If you get one more, you've done a very good job.
Signal Iduna Park.
Yes. Well done. 3.
I'm thinking Italy. Where else?
I
can't believe Stadio Olimpico is not
That's
there.
unlucky. That was good though. You got what? 7 out of 10. So you missed out on Luzinki Stadium in Moscow, in Russia.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah. Stade de France. You could have got.
What?
Paris.
No fucking way.
Stade de France.
Stade de France?
Not PSG Stadium. France's Stadium.
Oh, about to say,
Yeah,
Stade
yeah.
de France is like 20k.
Yeah. France's Stadium. And this one was tough. Ataturk Olympiat Stadium. That's the Istanbul one. They thought Istanbul BBK or whatever they're called. Yeah.
That's not bad though.
7 out of 10 is good.
I'm not mad at that.
That's a good result. 7 out of 10. I said from Stade de France. If you got 8 out of 10,
Yeah.
that would basically been 10 out of 10 because Luzinki and the other one.
The reason why I didn't say Stade because I'm thinking about Parc des
PSG.
Princes. Parc des Princes, is it?
Right, Parc des Princes.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Lucky, well done.
Yeah, man, not too bad. 7 out of 10, 70%.
Not bad.
All right, well, again, thank you to Archie for being part of the episode again.
Man United heavy episode.
Yeah. I know it burnt him inside. But yeah, guys, we'll be back next week. Make sure you listen as well on Spotify and Apple because we are audio based as well. And like I said, this is a serious thing I'm going to say here. If you are bold and you live in Manchester, be careful. Ruben Amorim's army, they're coming round and they're.
It ain't safe on the
It's
block.
not safe. Not even for the balls.
It ain't safe on the block. Not even for the
balls. It ain't safe on the block.
Not even for the ball. It ain't
Crack.
safe on the
Stones. All right, cool. We out.